my sponsor contact. I'm pretty sure she would laugh her head off. It's quite funny, actually. I like that. Anyway, let's play the game, or rather cast the game. Right, so on the right-hand side, we have VonClausewitz playing as the OKW. On the left-hand side, we have Jesulin, who's playing as the Soviets. This map has the snow version of Claude. Excuse me, got the gas because of drinking my drink, because it was obviously a carbonated drink. Yeah, they've not really changed this map very much. The summer version of this map has been changed, over in the middle. But the winter version, they haven't really changed at all. It's not really a tournament map, the winter version. It's not actually at all. So, but yeah, here we go. Hands is turned into a caster nowadays. I like it. It's kind of chill. I like the chillness of it. So first bit of combat. Engineers rushing over to the house here. So looks like VonClausewitz is not going to bother trying to cap this under fire, but he's going to back away instead. This is a win for Jesulin because that means the Sturms aren't really doing anything. They're forced back, and it's allowed Jesulin to get good control over certain key locations. Meanwhile, Volksgrenadiers are capping up south. We have a standard conscript build here. And also we have a Kubelwagen coming out now from VonClausewitz. Hey, how you doing, GV Data? Any Warhammer 40k Gladius Relics planned soon? I want to do some more of that, dude. I want to try and get a friend to do a co-op mission, co-op campaign with. I definitely would want to do that. I need to find some people to play co-op with. I think I might be doing it with Lionheart, actually. If anyone knows who Lionheart is, a really big Total War streamer. Nice guy as well. I've met him in person, and yeah, hopefully we might be able to do some content with him at some point with Warhammer 40k Gladius, because I was enjoying that game and I completed it all now with all the factions. Just waiting for more content, to be honest, for that game now. So both sides capturing their own side respectively. Not much happening. Now we have conscripts moving in. Using conscripts at range against Stone Pioneers is advisable, because the SGGs are only really good up from close range, whereas Mosin and Nagants will be they're not great from long range, but they'll be better off than the Sturms with their SGGs. Just is pushing forward to grab control of this central house, so he's got good vision over the middle of the map. We have a fourth conscript out now. These Volks are already taking some damage here. They're not going to be in a good engagement against these conscripts. Already drop a model. Also, one of these guys is not firing, so these conscripts will be winning this engagement quite easily. However, now a Kubelwagen shows up. Is the audio, guys, loud enough for you guys to hear? But still, yeah, those conscripts are going to force back those Volksgrenadiers very soon. Meanwhile, on the other side, looks like the Stern Pioneers as well as the Volksgrenadiers got able to push back the conscripts over here. But these Sturms have got to get out of this house, because 12 Mosin Nagant rifles are bearing down on him. And he's only got one window to use. And he's using the weak Volk squad to cap on the left-hand side, denying his opponent's resources. Moving the Volksgrenadiers in position over here. They're not going to be in too bad of an engagement. He's going to force the conscripts back. And he should be winning this engagement, I would imagine, VonClausewitz here. Will Molotovs be text? No, he's going for healing first, but he has gone for the flamethrower. He's going to focus it down, but he's going to retreat in time. Should be fine. Should be fine on the retreat here, but not a great start for Jesulin. He's going to get pushed back. Good positioning of VonClausewitz units. He's got quite lucky, though, because not a single man of that Sturm squad dropped in this engagement. So he had that extra DPS that he otherwise wouldn't have had if he had dropped a couple of models when he probably should have. So now Clausewitz is now taking his advantage and using it, you know, to decap his opponent and deny his opponent's resources. We now have Tech Truck is out. The SWS supply truck. Then we're back in the base. No further tech. Just standard tier 0 rather, or HQ tech with the conscripts. And now we have Jesulin's commander selection, which is going to be the quite ever popular guard rifle combined arm tactics, which we see Von Ivan use quite a lot lately, I've noticed in GCS. with the late came KV1s. Very effective. Volk's getting pushed back slightly. I don't think Clausewitz is going to be able to hold his territory over here. He's got some weak health squads, especially this Volks Grenadier squad. It's going to have a nasty retreat path there. He needs to retreat this now. He does so. Potentially could have got the wipe. He still might even get the wipe. Doesn't... Oh, it's a missed opportunity. And he had his engineers here capping the point. If he brought his engineers over to here, I'm pretty sure he would have got the wipe and retreat. But instead he decided to go for the cap and wire off the point. So I think there was a missed opportunity there for Jesulin to secure a wipe. Also, Jesulin's going for the decap as well on the southern side of the map. Wagon doing its job, capping most of the map. Map looking incredibly blue at the moment. Flamethrower now being put in the house is going to clear back and force a mass retreat now from the OKW player, Clausewitz, and the Volks are sent packing. Hey Chin, Kodak, how you doing, buddy? China Kodak. How are you doing? Using the Wagon now to crush the barbed wire, which is very good, so your opponent, you know, you can reuse that cover. He's going to make sure he's going to grab that VP to keep on that VP pressure. Volks Grenadiers doing quite well there against that conscript squad. A couple of those models were out of cover because this is a very small cover and a 6-man squad really can't put on that. STGs now on the Volks squad, making them better at close range fighting. Wagon is going to reverse back to go for the decap here again. Should be able to get the decap off without a problem. Do we have any grenades teched here? We've got, nope, still no Molotovs, no 80 grenades either. So I guess Jesulin is going to save up his munitions, his fuel, sorry, to go straight for a T-70. We now have guards out as well. Guards will make short work. Oh, they do get a nice volley off onto that Wagon. It probably will go down now because of that. And it does one last Mosin the ground rifle in the rear of that Wagon, sends it flying. Wouldn't have died if the PHS rifles hadn't hit that. So bit of a mistake there from Clausewitz, and it's the first loss of the game. But losing the Wagon isn't a big blow. It is a cheap unit, but it will be a setback. Stack I have is just Stack is put in chat. I am now partnered with Overclockers as well. So if you guys are curious and you want to buy Overclockers products, like stuff for computers and stuff, you want to buy through my link, I will receive a commission. So that's very, very nice, and thank you if you do so. But obviously you don't have to, and it's just there if you want. Volks Grenadier spots a conscript squad building and get some nice damage in. Meanwhile, in the middle, flamethrower engineers pushing back a Volks squad. Good job there by VonClauswitz to back away, because obviously he doesn't want to stay behind cover against the flamethrower because he'll take extra damage. He's going to push in close quarters with the Sturm squad. However, the guards are there. No grenade lobbed them retreat path there. I guess he's confident. I think he probably could have got the kill there, Jesulin, but he doesn't. And he has the munitions to lob a grenade if he wanted to. I guess he just didn't want to risk it or try risk it. I think you should always try and, if you've got an opportunity to try and potentially get a wipe in the game, you should try and go for it. It's only 30 munitions. It's probably worth the risk. Here, all right, here he tries to lob the grenade. This time he does get a couple of kills, but he doesn't have. The other conscript squad decided to go to the mid, and if it had come south, he might have been able to get the wipe on that Volks squad. Another missed opportunity there. But well, we do have Battle Group headquarters is down. Instead of going for any vehicle from this building, he's going to get his second truck out, which probably means that he's going to go straight to the Schwerpanzer headquarters to try and get out a Panzer IV into the mid stage of the game. But this will take a while because he's only just got enough fuel now to plant the structure down, so he's still got to wait a while. Meanwhile, Volks squad is going to get retreated back over here. Should be okay on retreat, but there's no mines there unless these conscripts get a really nice volley, which they're not going to, and that Volks squad is going to be safe back to the base. But looking at the VPs, pretty even, dead even almost. 439 to 440, and now it's dead even. So both sides doing okay. Now we see the first bit of tech here from Jesulin. Jesulin's getting his T-70 out quite soon. Now Clausewitz, I have not seen him plant any mines down. The Schwer will fend off the T-70 from encroaching over to this side of the map. But T-70 still will be able to do a lot of damage on the rest of the map. He's got to be watching out. He probably needs to get himself a Raketin to be able to counter this T-70 soon. It is approaching, you know, you expected the 8-minute mark, because that's when you expect a T-70 to come out at the soonest possible. So a T-70 could have come out now if Jesulin decided to detect to it immediately, but he delayed it by a minute or so. But, you know, he just decided to go for a machine gun, which is a sensible decision. Has to be very careful here now with a flamethrower there. Is he going to set up? The flame, they're going to get inside the house here. He's going to set up here. It's a bit of a risky play here by trying to get this machine gun up here. He's going to jump out. I would imagine the flame squad is going to either jump in, probably would retreat though, because he's going to lose the squad and retreat, I'd imagine. However, grenade lobbing directly on the machine gun. Going to get full wipe, possibly. No, just about getting away with a slither of health. Probably should retreat these stern pioneers as well, because they're going to drop really quickly against these guards. Okay, retreats just in time. Probably all those models are going to get away. Yep, just about. So I would say, now here comes the T-70 on the south side. No Raketin is available here. This T-70 is going to have an easy time here. There's no mines left either. How is Clausewitz going to react? He immediately buys the Raketin now, but a little bit too late. The T-70's got free roam for at least another minute or so before this Raketin is out and positioned correctly. Hey, Eufin, welcome. Hey, welcome back. He manages to get a foul stop, which is very nice. That's going to slow down the T-70, but probably should using the T-70 to attack ground here on across the other side of the hedge. Where is the engineers at? Engineers are coming down. Grenade going down. Very nice little grenade down. Incendiary grenade. Jesulin a bit late to spot that. So the squad goes down to about 60% health. And Clausewitz is playing smart. He's keeping his Volks hidden behind the hedgerows, so Jesulin can't see them. Let's switch up to Jesulin's perspective. He can't see these Volks grenadiers, so if it's, you know, he's going to try and bring the T-70 forward, and he's going to get fausted again. So it's going to try and neutralize, or rather neuter, the T-70 for a short while before it gets repaired again, buying Clausewitz enough time to be able to get himself the Panzer IV out. He's not far off actually. He's got 85 fuel, another minute or two, and he'll have it out. Moving the machine gun over to the right side. We do see a mine now planted here. Meanwhile, Bet 2 flamethrowers have been found out. T-70 has decided to go to the north. Very weak Volk squad needs to retreat. He's got to be careful here. He wants to try and maintain control of this house. He's going to lob an incendiary grenade here, preemptive one to deny his opponent possibly getting into that. But Jesulin is watching that, so he's not going to jump into the house himself. He probably should use these Volks behind the cover that I have available here, but he's not going to. He probably should retreat now. Oh, the Raketin is in position. The Raketin has moved up. Should get his first shot in, and that's going to push back the T-70. Even on the south side, Maxim is now out from Jesulin, which is going to help him against these Volks Grenadiers. And the T-70 is going to pull back down away. Both engineers have been retreated back to base, so that T-70 will not have repairs just yet. A second machine gun out now from Clausewitz. I think it's a smart move. He's still up, you know, he's up against these 4 conscripts. You saw, normally it's like 1 machine gun for every 2 core infantry units your opponent has. And if your opponent's got 5, so in this instance he has got 5 because he's got a guard squad as well, you're going to need a second machine gun. So getting a second machine gun is definitely a smart move. It allows you to help control, because you need 1 machine gun to hold your flank and 1 to hold the centre, for instance. Having 2 machine guns, ooh, retreating across the mine, losing 2 models. He didn't move forward with sweepers, so that was needless loss of 2 models then that he could have avoided if he popped on sweepers and spotted that mine there earlier. So, what's that, 30 manpower, 60 manpower on reinforcement costs that could have been avoided, potentially. Where's that Maxim at? Maxim is pushing... Where's it gone? Oh, it's gone right over to the other side of the map, to the north for some reason. And I would imagine Panzer IV will be starting to build very soon. He's just waiting for 2 more fuel. It's just the... And also now we have a Ziz gun from Jesulin. He's now preemptively building this in preparation for a potential Panzer II, but he would probably be expecting a Panzer IV at this stage. So in this about, like, what was this, 5-minute window of opportunity with the T-70, Jesulin's done quite well. He's managed to get good map control back. And Clausewitz is on the back foot until he gets his Panzer IV out. He needs to make this Panzer IV work because, you know, he is getting further and further behind in this game right now. He hasn't lost any. He's only lost a Kubwagen, but his map control is a bit dire, in my opinion. And his opponent, you know, Jesulin's getting, you know, more fortified, building mines, getting more sandbags down. Now his gun is in a really good spot, holding the entire middle corridor. In the north, okay, Maxim is there, set up. He's got a machine gun over here, Clausewitz, to hold the flank from the side here, but, you know, it's not really doing too much over there. More mines going down. So where is he going to send? Where's Clausewitz going to send this Panzer IV? Where would I recommend? Probably down to the south, and then moving down to the south to clear the enemy infantry in support with the Stern Pioneer Squad with sweepers to spot any mines. And then if the Ziz gun comes south, then I would just quickly switch it to the other side. Because remember, the Ziz gun, anti-tank guns, like the Raketen, they move very slowly. They take a while to move from one side of the map to the other. So you want to just keep moving your tank, as it were, further and further away. Notice how he pushed forward with sweepers first to spot for mines, which is very good, and demolition charges. Here comes the Panzer IV. Just immediately going on to full retreat, bringing the Ziz gun down now. Got to be careful. He does decide to crush the cover as well, so his opponent can't use it. But here comes the Ziz gun. Be quite aggressive. Oh, he's run into a mine. Very bad now. And now the Ziz gun's going to open up. Oh, it bounces its first shot. He needs to reverse. He's also been buttoned. This is a very bad move here. He had his pioneers here to spot for mines. Very lucky though. The true shots of the Ziz gun have bounced off the armor. Third one has not. One AT grenade is needed, or maybe even the T-70 might come down here and help out. Stern Pioneers are low. They're retreating. Oh, a dangerous retreat path through the conscripts. They're going to die on the negative cover road. Big loss there for Clausewitz. And by all rights, he should have lost this Panzer IV. But 2 shots of the Ziz gun bounced against the medium armor, which is highly unlikely. And again, bullshit RNG coming into play, which really is something that one of the reasons why I'm taking more of a back seat and playing the game myself lately. But you see how, you know, that should have been an easy kill for Jesulin there. He should have got that. I mean, he did get the Stern Pioneers out of that win. And the Vet 2 Stern Pioneers at that as well, which is very important to wipe there. It's probably the most important infantry unit to wipe as an allied player against an Okidoki player is the Stern Pioneer unit, because it's expensive to rebuy. That, you know, and it's hard to get them veterans up again after you lose the first one, because they're already going to be up against Veterancy 2 squads. And as you can see here, you've got Vet 2 guards and Vet 2 conscripts, so these Sterns are going to have a harder time to be able to get back up, you know, and to be on equal terms. Should have pushed forward with sweepers there, but there you go. So it's so important to show you how mines can win games. Raketen is in a fairly decent spot. Probably gets a good shot in there. Machine gun is hidden behind cover here as well, so it should win against this Maxim. Volk squad moving in as well. However, there is a conscript squad and a guard squad moving into support. Meanwhile, the Panzer IV is repairing. I'm going to get pushed back. Will this machine gun reposition? It will do. Oh, he decides to just go for a full retreat. Maybe not a bad move, considering that his Panzer IV is still out of action and can't support this push. Meanwhile, back in the south, conscripts get spotted out trying to build, so they're going to lose this engagement against these Volks, because the Volks shot first, especially because they got STGs and Veterancy 2. T-70 is going to go probably back down to the south to try and fend them off. And the Panzer IV needs to be doing stuff. It's sitting around in base. This is the unit to bring Clausewitz back into this game and get more map control, but he's just being idle with it right now. Not a good move. And also, a demolition charge has destroyed a Volksgrenadier squad inside the house. Good demolition charge here. This is, if you're going to use demos nowadays, what you do is you put them on the backside of houses where people can't see behind, and you've got to be wary of jumping in houses that you haven't been near recently, because your opponent could plant a demo charge like that. And that is where the first one, another loss of Clausewitz has happened. That's 2 losses. There's 3 losses now for him, and Jesulin hasn't lost a single unit so far. Faust now on the T-70 once more. Raketen slightly out of position, trying to quickly get over there. Panzer IV deciding to go to the north side of the map. Maybe he might be able to pick up a conscript squad and retreat. The Ziz gun is struggling to run all over the map to try and get in position to deal with the Panzer IV. But as you can see here, the T-70 is being a lot more, you know, having a lot more impact compared to the Panzer IV right now. He's now moving forward with sweepers again, this time good. Panzer IV needs to be doing stuff, it's just sitting around most of the time. He's going to use attack ground now. Might get lucky and get a good shot here. Misses the first shot. Sternpioneer squad getting forced back. Jesulin's not watching here. He needs to be careful here. It's a 3-man guard squad. He does decide to retreat. He does see it now. Meanwhile, MG is now set up again in the middle. Should be able to push back these flamethrowers. Got Vet 3 flamethrowers delivering a nice crit there onto the MG, forcing it back. Where is the Raketen in all this? Nowhere to be seen. It's retreating back to base again once more. However, the Panzer IV is doing some damage. When it's fighting, it's doing its job. This gun getting a nice shot in there, bringing it down to 80% health. I definitely think. Okay, now we see a KV-1 out now from Jesulin. This is definitely going to give him a lot more flexibility in trying to combat this KV-1. Combat this Panzer IV. Where the Ziz gun now can be on one side of the map, the KV-1 can be on the other side. Oh, a very lucky first shot of the Ziz barrage and completely annihilates the machine gun crew behind green cover there. Very unfortunate there for Clausewitz. Probably not going to be able to steal this with the Panzer IV being the right outside it. AC grenade also going in against this Panzer IV, but he's going to potentially lose his conscript squad here. I wouldn't have picked it up. That was a mistake then to pick up the machine gun. He should have tried to use the Volksgrenadier squad to finish off that retreating one-man squad. He almost lost his conscript squad trying to pick that up. Mistake there from Clausewitz. Could have gotten his first wipe of the game there, but decided against it. And risky there of Jesulin and greedy, trying to steal that under the nose of a Panzer IV. Here comes the KV-1 though. Can't be too aggressive because he knows there's a Raketen nearby, and there it is at the back. Another weak Volksgrenadier squad. Where's the T-70 in all this? It's over here in the north. It couldn't have been chasing this Volk squad all the way down, but again, another missed opportunity to wipe a squad and retreat. Again, there's no mines on the retreat path there. The T-70 could have chased, could have wiped. Also, another Volk squad here getting low. Clausewitz not planting mines down on the map at all. I've not noticed him plant a single mine this game, whereas Jesulin's plant loads. He's got one here. This mine almost got a, should have gotten a kill on the first Panzer IV. The demolition charge, which guaranteed, it's got a squad wipe for him. There was a mine here as well. So Jesulin's definitely planting mines. He's still got a little bit of munitions. Could be planting more. I guess he's upgrading. He's upgrading all his squads with PPSH rifles. Here goes another mine down. So Jesulin's continuously planting mines and using munitions, which is very good when he's got time to do so. Here comes the KV-1 to the south. Raketen in support. Nope. Moving to the north side. I think a Raketen in conjunction with the Panzer IV would be enough to be able to combat the KV-1, but with the Panzer IV on its own will not be able to deal with that KV-1 since it's a lot more heavily armoured, and the Panzer IV is much more likely to bounce on the armour of the KV-1 than the KV-1 is against the Panzer IV. But yeah, triple cap now. Clausewitz, his VPs are getting quite low now. He does have access to the Command Panther, which he's going to bring on immediately. Now, this is the perfect unit, actually, for him to have a chance here against dealing with this KV-1. He needs to have combined mark target with the Panzer IV and the Panther at once to try and dive this KV-1. We also now see Jesulin deciding to go for a ML-20 himself. Interesting choice. Not a bad choice in my opinion. He knows up against Raketen and machine guns, but if I were him, I would just make more. I would make another anti-tank gun or something, because he knows his opponent could go for the Panther, and the KV-1 alone the Ziz gun alone is not going to have much chance against the Panther. Like if he manages to quickly circle around that, it could be curtains for Jesulin if he mismicros the Ziz gun in any way. Here comes the KV-1, finds the Stern Pioneers, but it misses its first shot. Where is the Panther? Panther's going to be moving up. MG-34 is guarding the north side approach flank. Panzer IV is fighting against the KV-1. Both vehicles bouncing shots in support with the Raketen. PPSH conscripts are going to ground, but they're not going to be any match for two SCG Volk squads. Raketen slightly out of position here. He's going to get spotted. Again, the KV-1 bounces. Clausewitz getting lucky here. Bad positioning of the Raketen is going to force it back. But meanwhile, here comes the Panther. The Panther is going in for a dive here. Good play here from Clausewitz. He's going to easily micro around the Ziz gun. And the KV-1's out of position to support. This is what I was talking about. T-70 goes down, Raketin is down, and now the Panther can just go ham on the ML20 without the ML20 firing a single shot. 2 more shots is needed to finish this off. Panzer IV is damaged. Oh, he gets a wipe. Conscript squad goes down as well. KV1 is going to try and dive this, but it's not going to have too much luck against this Panther. He needs to make sure this Zizgun does not get recruited. Volk squads get in there, deny that pick. Panther misses. Meanwhile, over here, ML20 is deciding to fire on the Schwer. Needs to be more aggressive. Push, push. You got your chance to push in here. Panther does get engine critted. Panzer IV is now operational. Needs to be pushing in here. This is his time to shine. I think the ML20 was a bad choice now. He should have gone for the second anti-tank gun to be able to back up the first. That one push. Where's the Panzer IV? Moving with the Panzer IV. Oh, he should have killed the Zizgun when he had the chance. That's really going to hurt him. Here comes the Panzer IV, going to dive in, but the Zizgun is ready there. Bad positioning. He's going to get snared again, possibly potentially by this conscript squad. Gets hit a second time. And the Panzer IV is going to have to retreat. And the KV1's going to live. So in that engagement, really, we saw a conscript go down and the T-70 go down. It could have been a lot worse for Jesulin. Could have been so much worse. But fortunately for him, Clausewitz is playing kind of, not being greedy, just taking it slow and steady. He's taken some wins there, which is good. Like, he's taken wins there. He doesn't need to overextend, but he could have probably sealed the deal and won the game then and there if he decided to potentially, not get himself critted by with the Panther, and again with the Panzer IV as well. If he tried to move in, and, move that way around with the Panzer IV and not get hit twice by the Zizgun, the Panzer IV would have been able to do a lot more damage. This is the moment where Jesulin is now going to try and recover, try and get back onto the field, and try and, he's probably going to make himself a second. He's probably either make an SU-85 or he's going to make himself another Zizgun, I would imagine, because he knows he lacks that AT capability. VPs are very low though for Clausewitz. He needs to secure a second one. Here's he got machine. He's got one machine gun covering the one in the south. He needs to gain control of this one in the center. As this gun's now fully recruited and fully healthy again, I think. Again, here we go. Second Raketin is now. Second Zizgun is now being made. Raketin in a decent spot, getting 2 good shots in against the KV1. I would imagine a Zizgun barrage is now imminent against this this Raketin weapon. It does. It lands directly again onto the Raketin crew, and probably going to finish off with a second barrage. Oh my god, that is such a cheap and nasty ability. From to just instantly take out an enemy anti-tank gun. Panther, the top machine gunner, forces back the Maxim in the north. We now also see some Obers out, also now equipped with SCGs, but they're not in a good position. They're in light cover versus green cover against vetted 3 squads, so they just, that's just going to be a waste of map and resources. And also now, good play here by Jesulin to pick up the Raketin, so he's now got 3 anti-tank guns compared to the one he originally had. So now it's going to be a lot harder for now Clausewitz to break this line. However, now we do see incendiary rounds now being popped against the units behind cover. I imagine a grenade is going to be being thrown out to push him out of cover. Here comes the grenade. Meanwhile, in the north, Volk squad has been pushed away by the KV1, which has now been mostly repaired. Might need to see a big push in, a dive in now from the Axis play. He's tripped another mine though. The Panther is now wounded. All the forces of, Jesulin's forces have been separated here. He's going to probably potentially, he's going to lose the Raketin here. Oh, he might just live. He's going to try and finish off the ML20 here. One more shot is needed. I think he's going to try and go for it. No, he's going to pull back. He doesn't want to risk getting snared. Probably the smart move. But unfortunately for him, the Panther, is out of position in my opinion. He should have pushed forward with his tanks with the sweeper, and the Panther would have been in the fight. But because the Panther hit a mine, he wasn't able to do any help there. And if the Panther was in the fight, the ML20 would be dead for sure, because the Zizguns were totally positioned incorrectly. They're all up in the north. And also, the Stern Pioneer squad had its sweeper out when it could have had its SGG out, and it would have finished off the Raketin crew. But he already had 75% of his DPS there on that squad. So again, a miss there, and again the Panther, unfortunately, just being useless at the moment. But the Panzer IV is going to the north to try and combat the engineers. KV1 is probably going to turn up to the north, and Zizgun as well. But And now Jesulin is almost pop capped as well. This ML20, 0 kills. I don't think this has paid off for him very well, this unit. He just got it to bombard the Schwer, and it's only, you know, and after 3 barrages, it's only brought it down to about what, 65, 70% health. Hey Dog Jester, how you doing? Yeah, so this unit almost cost Jesulin the game, but fortunately for him, Clausewitz just played poorly with his tanks at one point and could have, you know. Let's just see, and he's going to make himself a second Panzer IV. I don't think that's a bad idea. More vehicles, you know, if he makes a really good play and rushes the anti-tank guns and clears the anti-tank guns with a good Panzer IV micro, because you know there's no mines here to stop the, you know, to stop a big flank in a big play in here. Panther. Going to be taking some slight damage here from guards, but should be able to clear off that guard squad itself. Here comes the Restolen Raketen though. It's going to help out. Machine gun here. Really low health. B1 in the north. Panzer IV versus KV1. Panzer IV is Veteran C2 and has engineer support. KV1 bounces again. I think we're going to have... Oh, no. Instead you're going to easily miss. Easily dodge there. Double cap now on. VPs are still ticking quite quickly. Panther being pushed back. Needs to make a good play here. Zisguns are all spread out here. If Clausewitz decided to make an all-in play on one side of the map, he would decimate Jesulin, I think, because like he's got, you know, one rocket on the south here, one over here. If he decided to make a big play in the north and quickly clear one anti-tank at a time, he would do incredibly well for himself. But you know, he's only got 65 Ps left. He's struggling. He doesn't really. He might not, you know, realize. You know, if he had full map vision right now, he would totally make this play, I would imagine. But he needs to play smart and careful. Here comes the second Panzer IV out now, immediately killing 3 members of the guard squad there, allowing him to grab the south VP. Now the VP train has been stopped. It's now back onto Jesulin, but he's already up safely up to like 383, so he's not going to lose anytime soon. Panzer IV's going to go straight into the base. Potentially good play here to force the anti-tank guns to reposition, which opens up the middle. However, anti-tank gun and KV1 do penetrate the front armor of the Panther, which is going to be forced back immediately. Where are the stern pioneers and all this? Over here. So that Panther's going to be out of action for a while. Panzer IV doing some nice damage against some conscripts. Oh! Did we just see a loss? We have just seen the Veteran C3 engineer squad just go down then to the SDGs of the 2 Volks there. Unfortunate loss there for Jesulin. That means, I mean, that's going to deny him obviously the ability to plant more mines quickly and also to repair his KV1 as fast. So you know, I really think that Jesulin is in a bad spot right now. He does have the VP lead, which is his big advantage right now, but he hasn't got the army to be able to deal with an all-in assault if Clausewitz does pull off a really clever and all-in assault in the right spot. He does have flares. He could drop flares and figure out where the best place is to attack if he wanted to. I guess he's just going to wait, you know. He's got 2 VPs under his control for the moment. He doesn't need to rush, but he needs to make a play soon because the longer he waits, the stronger Jesulin's going to get. And, you know, here he is. He's going to build himself a T-34 now to be able to help combat all this armor now. Panzer IV going to easily clear off these conscripts. They're going to be forced back. Meanwhile, again, not good engagements being taken by Jesulin. He's not supporting his infantry pushes with anti-tank guns. So, you know, this is just going to allow Clausewitz to get stronger and, you know, get more veterancy on his units. KV1 is moving north on its own, gets hit by Panther. Meanwhile, in the south, Raketen is getting spotted out. Raketen is forced back. One of the anti-tank guns is now pushed back. Now is potentially the time to make an all-in assault here. He's going for it. He's marked targeted on the KV1. Zisgun manages to get a good shot in there. Gets a second good shot in. This Panzer IV needs to be very careful here. This other Zisgun decides to rotate. Slow to rotate this other one. He's going to blitzkrieg away. Potentially going to get out of the way in nick of time. He's not going to. He needs to keep moving. He stopped suddenly. Where's the Panther and all this? He hit a mine again. Where's the Panther? Oh, why didn't he push forward with his sweepers? Bad plays here from Clausewitz. Bad plays indeed. He's going to lose his Panzer IV here for no reason. He's going to get hit by this anti-tank gun and potentially finished off by this KV1 if it penetrates. Oh, it bounced. He might have a chance to escape here. He just needs to blitzkrieg away. KV1 needs to get one shot in. Oh, is this going to win a C from the side here? Oh, he doesn't. Both Panzer IVs managed to make a quick escape. But all the armor now from the Axis side of Clausewitz is in dire need of repairs. And now we see an Su-85. He cancelled the T-34 and made an Su-85 instead, which is a very smart move. So now, unfortunately, for Clausewitz, because he messed up that assault, again, the Panther getting snared by a mine. That's the second time now. He's not pushing forward with his sweepers. You know, it's costing him dearly. But good play from Jesulin to plant as many mines as he had, because that's saving him right now. Without those mines... Oh, the Panther's getting spotted out here. It's damaged. The Ziz gun penetrates. The SU penetrates. That misses the second time. The Panther needs to get out of dodge really quickly now. He has to hide behind this house. Both of the Panzer IVs are in dire need of repair, so they can't support this. Raketen is now in position. Delivers a crucial penetrating shot. Potentially will be able to get away. Is he going to get finished in the next shot? No, but the Su-85 is chasing. He's going to get the shot. Oh, he misses. And Jesulin is deciding not to give chase because he doesn't want to risk losing his Su-85. I mean, Jesulin can't afford this right now. He can't afford to lose another. He can't afford to lose his Su-85 if he just decides to go all in here. Good play also by Clausewitz to make a second engineer. He needs those repairs. He hasn't got the mechanized to get repairs on his tanks. So every time his tanks are in desperate need of repairs, this is the moment now that Jesulin needs to quickly finish this game off. While he knows his opponent's tanks need repairs, this is the time now to push and quickly grab the VPs back. But here come the units, the infantry again, trying to clear off the anti-tank guns. Vet 3 anti-tank gun might go down, but again, a good mine placement again from Jesulin is denying these aggression pushes. It could be a lot worse. If that mine wasn't there, those Volks would have easily been able to kill at least one of those anti-tank gun crews. And I think a Vet 3 machine gun was retreated back. Looks like these Volks are Vet 5. They should be able to deal easily with these conscripts. Shouldn't be too much trouble. Panther will be back to full health soon. Also, he's using the ML20 to fire in the base. The ML20 might finally pay for itself and gets a really nice lucky shot in the base and wipes the squad. But right now, really, the ML20 has done jack shit for Jesulin. He'd have been a lot better if he decided to destroy it and make something else, to be honest. He's not been able to get any worth out of it. So he's not even killed a single man with the shot, with the unit so far. Oh, finally kills one of the defenses in the base. Panther now Veteran C2, being used to crush. He's on prioritized vehicles, so he's not going to be using the main gun to do extra damage also to the infantry. He's also buttoned now and getting attacked by Su-85. He's going to be able to get away before he gets engine critted, so the Panther should be able to get away safely. You shouldn't be attacking him from the same location with the Panther because the anti-tank guns are going to be positioning that way. Now the drain is back on against Clausewitz. He's down to 64 VPs and counting. Also now, because we've also noticed that Clausewitz is pop capped. This is a smart play to make the mechanized now finally because he needs that extra repairing, the extra speed and repairs. He probably should make now a big play for the middle now, since he knows all the anti-tank guns and stuff are in the north of the map. But let's see if he makes this play. Also, we have also noticed the Obers have died. We missed that. Apologies, chat. They died at some point in the game. Volks need to be forced back here. Potentially, a conscript might go down here to 2 Panzer IVs if he gets lucky shots in, but both shots do miss. And that's going to get that one conscript packing. I would imagine now the Su-85 is going to switch south. Nope, the KV-1's going to go north. 52 VPs, 51. He needs to make a big play now. Oh, the conscripts also have the flamethrower as well as PPSHs. This Vet 5, you don't want to be charging that. He could have locked grenades in there to clear that squad from cover. Missed opportunity there. KV-1 is getting spotted out by the Panther. Potential Faustin coming in from the side as well. This KV-1 might go down. Raketen is out of position. Can't see past this tree here. Why is he not Fausting? I guess he's microing in the middle. He's cleared the Maxim. He's grabbing the middle. What do we have here? Stemmelvik, IL-2 Stemmelvik coming in as well. Oh, it doesn't even need the Faust, it looks like, because the Panther has gone around the side. The Raketen is out of position. The Panzer IVs are blitzkrieging in as well. Raketen on the north still doesn't turn around. These ones are in position, but still, it's not going to last long because the big all-in play here is going to clear all the armor from Jesulin. And the anti-tank guns are not turning around. Jesulin is panicking. He loses one. The other Raketen does finally turn around. He's probably going to lose the vet. Yep, the Veteran C4 Panzer IV does die. Could have microed that better. I guess, Again, it could be microing this Panzer IV here. He's taking needless shots here. The Panther also could have been micro better. You know, he's lost the Panther and his Panzer IV needlessly because he wasn't microing them well. I guess he was trying to micro so much else. But, you know, these are the high-value units and he wasn't microing them to full effect. Also, this Raketen is again opening up on this Panzer IV. Oh, he loses the other Panzer IV. What could have been an amazing play from Clausewitz was just thrown out of the bag due to poor tank micro. He just let his tanks get finished up by the anti-tank guns when he could have kept on microing. And in all that, he's also lost the other Pioneer squad. And he's also lost the Raketen he built, I think. However, Jesulin lost both the KV-1, the Su-85. He's lost the 2 Ziz guns that he built. South VP is getting capped. Grenade being thrown in against the Volkswagen. Good grenade forcing them back, but machine gun there is going to help them secure this. Going to force them back. Meanwhile, oh, finally the howitzer comes in with a brutal shot and pushes back the Volks trying to capture the middle, which is probably going to mean GG to Jesulin because the ML20 finally delivers that shot in. However, terrible play there. I mean, he had the right idea, he had the right attack, he executed the attack brilliantly, but didn't follow it through and threw away his advantage when he actually cleared the KV-1 and the Su-85 and let his tanks die, you know, terribly there. I guess that was a panic, and also he decides to bring out King Tiger, you know, right at the end, you know, to get another unit on. Probably should have brought him out as Alpha Panzer IV to quickly clear the enemy, but, you know, I think this game, what this game shows and demonstrates, guys, that is GG for Jesulin. So what this game shows, guys, is the fact that I guess it was panic, you know. He had less than, what, 30 VPs remaining and he made that all in play. I guess it was more, his heart was racing, he was panicked and he wasn't composed, and that is what lost him the game. Because he was just like, he left it too late to make it a calculated play. He had the right idea, but because he was trying to do 2 things at once and he wasn't prepared, and he kind of threw that way. And even Jesulin, like, this Raketen was facing this way and was totally facing the wrong way for a good, for half of that engagement then, when all the Raketen needed to do was reposition a lot earlier and it would have a lot better. So both players then misplaying, and especially so VonClauswitz with his tanks then. And, you know, Jesulin good with his mine placements earlier, but with that play then, you know, he didn't have a conscript nearby to, you know, no conscripts were nearby to snare the Panzer IVs early. I think one eventually got snared, but both managed to get through past the Ziz guns to do the damage, and that could have been prevented if he had conscripts in the area here to snare once they had got hit once with the Ziz guns. I think that was a misplay from Jesulin there. But yeah, that's just leaving it too late. Thank you very much, Skiro, for the resub, man. Cheers, man. Appreciate it. I agree, he had to all in, happy, but he executed it poorly. Like, the start of it was good, but, you know, I mean, like I said, he could have fouled, there was a Volk squad here that could have fouled the KV-1 to help kill it quicker. He could have, you know, microed the Panzer IV. This Panzer IV here just decided to save, you know, both Panzer IVs stood in the same spot. The Panther, especially the Panther just, like, once it finished off the Su-85, it just sat there and just took shots from the Raketen until it died, which was silly. So I guess he was trying to busy too much else, but yeah, it's you know, both players need to be reacting faster because both players made mistakes then right at the last engagement. But that's to be expected though, with so much happening at once, you know. But yeah, I think Jesulin, the ML20 did not pay off really at all that game. Yes, right at the end it managed to push back that Volkswagen squad, but in all that buying the fact that he made this unit almost cost him the game, because that one big push in earlier really messed up Jesulin, because he lost that T-70 and he lost his Ziz gun, and you know, unfortunately for him, Clausewitz just microed his Panzer IV, his repair Panzer IV poorly, and he could have lost, you know, and he didn't use the Volkswagen to clear the Ziz gun recruit. If he'd made sure that the Ziz gun, the first Ziz gun that was, you know, on the, you know, he made sure it was destroyed, or he got his Volk squads there to stop any units getting on it, I think Clausewitz would have won the game. But yeah, I think overall though, Jesulin played better. Do you think Code 2 is compared to 2 to 3? Is balanced compared to 2 to 3 years ago? It's a lot more balanced compared to 2 to 3 years ago for sure. But yeah, that was that game there. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed that analysis and that cast. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask in chat. But yeah, that damn tree. Yeah, see, that tree was blocking his line of sight. which was quite crucial in that fight actually. That having that Raketin placed in that position could have cost Jesulin the game. There's a lot of instances there that Jesulin could have lost that game, and Klaus, probably his Panzerfall micro earlier on the game was a bit lackluster. He lost so many VPs because the Panzerfall was microed poorly. Right in the start of the game, he probably should have lost his Panzerfall straight away, because remember, it got critted. And mine, and this gun bounced 2 shots. And if one of those shots had penetrated, that Panzerfall would have been dead. And that would have been GG right there. But fortunately for Clausewitz, RNG was with him, and it survived. KV1 isn't worth it versus Okinawa tier 4. Possibly, I think against a Panther, a Command Panther, or a Yag Panther, yeah, the KV1 isn't too good. I think maybe using a KV1 versus Austere is a good play, but against OKW, maybe not. And especially on a map like that, it's so hard, because you need to try and get... You need to have, like, anti-tank guns. You need to have, like, half your army spread out on 2 parts, on both sides of the map. You need half your army in the middle and half your army in the north. And if you do that, you're weak one side. If your opponent decides to go all in on one side, you're going to lose that side. So I think Firma in just general is just a very hard map to play, either whatever side you're on, because you can get really punished if you're just slightly out of position. I think. Which